Sean P. Diddy Combs is in custody after the feds made him land his plane. They sent a security team out to be following him on foot everywhere that he goes, and he's posting his locations, he's getting his haircut and everything like that. There was actually one of the people from the SWAT team standing right behind the camera, like they're literally walking with P. Diddy everywhere that he goes ever since he got off that plane, because if they find something that is one of the key evidences that they're looking for, and there's enough things to charge him, because by now enough people have talked where they could charge him with anything really, and so they're just standing by him. Once they find the matching evidence to go with the claims of the alleged victims, then that's when they're gonna cuff him and pretty much bring him into the precinct and start the whole process of seeing if he's gonna be allowed to have a bond or not. And it's gonna be very important what kind of judge does this case, because they don't want to have to go with the same judges or anybody that's been given P. Diddy leeway from the past or anything like that. So this is gonna be a clean slate. A lot of people, he painted a picture to the feds that it was a whole lot going on, and that's exactly what they discovered, because just from the allegations alone, they were like, okay, that's one side of the story, but how do we really know if these things happen? And the real thing is, it comes down to the footage that they find, because once they find all of these different types of footages and they go through them and they monitor them, review them, and literally step by step break down what's happening frame by frame, then they're gonna know it was a lot of celebrities, it was a lot of people at these Diddy parties, and it's gonna be more, it's gonna involve a lot more people now people have to come forward and say whether they were there or not there, whether they actually participated or try to help get somebody else to do something for Diddy. And a lot of people, they were basically being told what to do. Like Diddy would say, well, I'll invite you to this party, but you got to do everything I say. You got to get this person to come over here, you got to hand this person this bottle. And this was the trickery that was going on, because he spiked the bottles and spiked the drinks. Then he was having the people that were the guests and the celebrities walk around and hand them out to the other invited guests. And so that way it was never P. Diddy himself handing a cup with his hand to somebody, but he definitely used one of the other people that came to the party and told them, take this drink and go give it to all this group over here. They split up the bottles and everything like that. I already told y'all about how the Ace of Spade bottles, one side of them for the guys, it already had the popped ready to go. Like they put something in there for the girls, but whole time there was already something in the guys' drinks too. And this was what the confusion from the Diddy party was, because this whole thing was about how they were supposed to be bringing back people to the after party, and this was when they would try to get the supermodels, the actresses, all the girls from the hip-hop shows, the reality shows, so they would try to get them to come back to Diddy after party. And this is when he told the people in the club that he came with, his entourage, he said, the drinks on the left, I already put the special sauce in it. But then also, and he says, so all you guys drink from the right, but the guys' drinks also has something in it that Diddy didn't tell nobody. This is why Lil Rob, he went through the situation that he went through, because he unknowingly drank from that, and this is what Diddy told them all to do, because Diddy didn't even offer no water for nobody, so they had no choice but to drink whatever was available. And so they didn't want to get dehydrated or be too thirsty for the rest of the night, so they went ahead and just socially, partook in what was going on. Little did they know that later on, when they passed out at Diddy's party and they woke up in the room and everything like that, they didn't think that was going to happen. Now they're coming forward after all these years, because they've been dealing with that trauma. They've been trying to bottle it up, and literally, like, they've been talking with many different type of therapists and whatever professionals, and they told them all that as essentially the only way to pretty much get back at Diddy was to put the whole entire lawsuit together and put the allegations together. Once they did that, then now you see what it is and how quickly the feds acted. Like, they already knew what was going on. They knew 2024 was the year that they were all gonna come out and get Diddy for what he did to them, man. And a lot of people, they don't feel bad for Diddy no more, because they know that Diddy did a lot of stuff wrong, including he was involved in the setups with Tupac, Biggie Smalls, Kim Porter, and all those people. So if you guys support them and you fans of them, I want you to comment RIP Biggie, RIP Kim, Put 222 for Tupac, and let me know what you guys really think about P Diddy, because now a lot of people, they're like, wow man, this is it for Diddy, he's done. Do you think Diddy's done? Because it's over with. There's no coming back from something like this. Diddy ruined his whole entire reputation. He could have put a stop to it a long time ago, and he would have still had the chance to live that luxury lifestyle that he's always wanted. But at this point, he's gone too far. The feds are involved, and it's looking real bad for him. He's not going to be able to come back from this, and this is just a lesson that everybody should learn, because at the end of the day, you got to realize you can't trust nobody, especially with people like P Diddy. They had the money, they had the fame. This is why a lot of people fell for the trick to trust him in the first place and to hang out with him, be part of his crew, be part of Bad Boys. They wanted to be in that lifestyle. They wanted to be rich and famous, and they thought the only way to do that was through P Diddy. And he knew that too. A lot, like P Diddy knew that he was the way of the opportunity for a lot of people. So this is how he took advantage of them, made them do all of these things, and had them involved in his after parties, and had them involved in bringing other people to him. And the thing with the mule and Young Miami bringing the stuff back too, like they caught every single person. So even people who were in relationships with P Diddy, like P Diddy's girlfriend, they didn't think that they were gonna ever get caught. They got caught. Even the little things that P Diddy had his people doing, like people close to him on a daily basis, his butlers, the maids, the guys that would go and get stuff from places and bring it to Diddy, whatever he needed. Those are the people that are gonna end up taking a hit too, because now they're all thrown in the mix. They're getting scooped up by the feds, and they're gonna end up telling on Diddy because they had a minor role to play, and everything was what Diddy's orders were. Like it was his job. They said that Young Miami got paid $275,000 a month as her allowance to keep bringing people to Diddy. Like she would be like, make the other rappers think that they were gonna get with her, but she would bring them right to Diddy, right to Diddy's room every single time. So this is what Diddy was paying Young Miami to do, as well as Young Miami got caught up bringing stuff back for Diddy for one of the freak off parties that he was going to put in the drink, like the party favors, and she ended up just getting caught by the feds because somebody pretty much put the alert out there that Young Miami was the person who was actually bringing back the stuff that they were looking for, because it was one of the things mentioned in the list from Cassie. They and all of the other alleged victims, they kept saying that P Diddy tried to give them this and these other type of things. He was trying to get them lit. He gave them all sorts of stuff, man, powders and all these things that they pretty much was the main reason why they weren't able to make the decisions and be able to get out of that situation, because they were already too loopy, too lit up. Diddy had them backed away in the corner, and pretty much they were in a position where they were vulnerable. And this is why a lot of people were like, okay, Diddy deserves everything that he gets, because this was something that could have been stopped a long time ago. He didn't have to do all of this stuff, man. He wanted the power, the fame, the money, the control, and everything. That's why Diddy did the stuff that he did. This is what he was seeking, was the control and the power over people, because he wanted to be the number one in the game and everything like that. But a lot of people don't play that way. And now when you look at it, with all of the issues Diddy had and the beefs that Diddy had with everybody, nobody is here to help Diddy no more. He pretty much burned all his bridges, and everybody that he thought he was cool with is not cool with him no more. So that's why he's not getting any help. All them companies that was working with him, they dropped him, man, at the snap of a finger. Once they heard what happened, and they already got the hint that something was going down because of the Cassie lawsuit that came out, and what Keefe D was already telling the feds about the Tupac trial and the case, and how Diddy sent the $1 million hit to them. They already started dropping Diddy from Deleon, Ciroc, Sean John. They don't want him in Macy's no more or nothing like that. And so this all goes back to that. And now we're going to see if he's going to get the bond, when they're going to, if he has to turn himself in. But currently he's in custody, and they're watching every move that he makes. They are, at any minute now, they could cuff him and bring him in.